We're in a series on how to lead with significance. Great leadership is like building a house, and there are 5 C's that make up our leadership house. Over the last 2 sessions, we discussed the first C, which is culture. Culture can be defined as our values in action. And culture, when it comes to our house, it's our foundation. Everything else rests upon it. Now, the 2 ingredients that make up culture are vision plus accountability. Today, we're going to talk about the second C of our house, which is character. Character, it's like our blueprint. It shows us where we have to put everything else, where we have to put the materials to make our house great. It shows us how to effectively use the rest of the ingredients or the strengths that we bring to the table. Now, character can be defined as doing the right thing because it's the right thing, and the ingredient that makes it up, it's integrity. Now, this is where we get really, really personal. You see, too many people, too many leaders, including myself, can sometimes get promoted beyond their character. A lot of times we say that they're an immature leader, but really what we're saying is that at some level, they are lacking character. On the other side, think about how many leaders you've heard in the news who had a moral falling out. They lacked significant character, and that eroded away at their leadership, and they weren't able to reach their potential. You see, character, it's more important than any strength that you have. Because if you don't have character and integrity, then you will never reach the potential of that strength. Now, I always thought that I was a person with character and integrity. But I had a story that happened to me in 2008 that helped me kind of rethink, and it was a really good learning lesson for me. You see, in 2008, I was working for a large summer camp organization called Pine Cove. I was a new camp director of a brand new middle school camp that we were building. And so let's just say my life was full of stress getting this camp up and running. We were in week 3 of the summer, and one of the most important days of summer camp are Sundays, because that's opening day. That's when all the parents come to drop off their kids. And we had 200 plus campers that were coming into camp. So your opening day system, it's got to be effective. It's got to be efficient. Well, the first 2 weeks, because of being a brand new camp, it wasn't efficient. We kept changing up how parents were coming in to drop off their campers. Well, I was told by my leadership that we had to change our opening day process once again. Now, to be honest with you, I was pretty frustrated with this. And I also knew that my staff were going to be frustrated as well. So as I got there for our opening day meeting before we let our parents in, I decided that I was going to take the easy way out. I didn't want to take responsibility for this change. So I told my staff, hey team, the powers that be is saying we have to change it again. And it worked. My staff was frustrated, but they didn't take it out on me. They were frustrated at the powers that be. Well, after I got done with that meeting, I walked to our office. Now, we have a meeting room, and then there's this little hallway. It's really more like a closet that you walk through to get to the office. Well, when I opened the door to that closet, guess who was there? It was my boss, Jeff Lay. And he had a smirk on his face, and he says, we need to talk. He pulled me to the office, and he was very gentle about this, but he said, you totally threw us under the bus. And you know what? He was right. Good leaders, they take responsibility. Man, they show character and integrity. Now, Jeff Lay is a good friend of mine still to this day. We laugh at that story now, but I am so thankful for him that he called me out on that. It was a great learning lesson. Because you see, what I learned is that character and integrity, we don't notice it in the comfortable times or in the easy times. Adversity and stress, they reveal our character or the lack thereof. So do you lead with character and integrity? Here's our game plan. I want you to answer these 3 questions. First off, is there any duplicity between your public life or your professional life and your personal life? Are you being hypocritical with some of the things that you preach, but the way you act over here? Secondly, how do you respond to adversity or stress? Do you start compromising your values and your morals? And then thirdly, who do you need to apologize to? Who do you need to make it right with? Let me leave you with our tweetable lesson. Integrity and faithfulness are preludes to success.